everyone. Thanks so much for turning us on. Everybody wonders what happens at markets. Well, at markets you make friends and you see new things. And last fall I found you guys at Shannon Fabrics. And Shannon is a really nice minky fabric. And graciously, you guys sent me some kits.
Yep.
And I made the little blankets for my granddaughters and they went out of their mind. So at Spring Market in Portland, I ran over and I said, listen, we got to get Teresa Coates on video so you guys can understand how to work with this wonderful fabric and how to do some really quick and easy projects.
And that's what we're here for.
Okay, so what are we doing today? What's our first video
So
on?
today we're going to make the self-binding blanket.
Okay, oh, look at this. I wish we had touch-a-vision here because this is just amazing.
It is so soft and wonderful. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. This is the rose cuddle, which is really nice and soft. The self-binding blanket has two different fabrics, the outside and the inside fabric. It's super easy. It's really just 3 steps.
And okay, so and other than whoever gets this is going to be thrilled, here's the part you're going to love. How long did it take you to make this?
Hour and a half tops. Yeah.
1 hour, hour and a half. Got a baby shower tomorrow? This is what you're going to do.
That's what you're going to do.
Okay, so it's a self-binding blanket, correct?
Exactly. Yeah, so you use the back of the fabric, also binds the fabric. It's super easy. So what we do is you can buy the kits that come with fabrics already in there, or you can buy 2 fabrics that you really want to put together and make the blanket whatever size you want to do.
Okay, well let's take a look down here.
Okay.
So before we talk about the markings, because that's kind of the crux of the whole thing, I just want to point out these little roses.
Yeah, that's the rose cuddle. It's beautiful.
Okay, markings.
Okay, so first thing we need to do is decide how big we want our blanket.
All right.
I just made a small sample here, but we can make it any size
Sure.
we want to. So if I wanted to make this, say, a 40-inch blanket, I want the middle to be 40 inches, and then I need to decide how big my borders are going to be. I've chosen 2 inches for this one, so I would do a 40-inch center, 42, 44, and I'd cut a 44-inch square.
Okay, so let me get a visual. When you talk about borders, really what you're talking about is bringing the back around.
Absolutely.
Okay,
Yep.
so in this case it's 2 inches and my guess is 3.
That one's 3.
Yeah, okay,
Exactly.
great. All right.
Okay, so once I've decided on my border width, then I just come in here and I use my ruler and I mark all of these with a ballpoint pen. Okay, then I come up, marked all the borders all the way around 2 inches. Then I come back with my ruler and line up my 45 degree with the lines that I just did. So each corner will get marked with the 45 degree.
And I would suggest actually doing this on your ruler. It'll come out with like alcohol, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
It makes it so much easier to find the right marking. Okay, so once we've marked all of the corners, we've got all the corners marked, and then we're going to go back through and we're going to fold these in half. Okay, so that the
Kind of mitering them, right?
You're actually mitering them, and so we just get them so that they're right sides together.
Okay.
Okay, then we have our raw edges matching. I'm going to pin it on either side of my marking. Okay.
And you're ignoring that line.
I'm ignoring this line because that
Okay.
was just the mark that showed how big I want
Okay.
that border to be. Then I come back in here and I'm going to stitch it, and I'm going to back stitch here, stitch all the way across, and back stitch here. Then I leave my pins in while I sew because that will keep the fabric from shifting while I'm sewing it.
Okay, what about those pins?
These pins are the long flower head pins. They are the ones I recommend for all the work with the cuddle.
Okay.
They just keep it in check.
Okay.
They don't let it move and you can't lose them in the fabric.
Cool.
Okay, then once we've sewn them, we come back around here and we cut this off. So we cut off our seam allowances to a 1/2 inch. I just cut it off with a pair of scissors and I don't even measure it. Okay,
It's getting better by the minute.
it's just easy.
Right.
Okay, then when those are all done, we turn them out, pop them out. You can see it's a nice mitered corner. Interestingly, even with the black thread, you can't see it.
So far, so good.
Okay, so once we've got all 4 corners done, they're going to look like this. And then I decide what fabric I'm going to put inside. So this one, we always do the inside fabric. This guy here is going to be 1 inch smaller than the outside fabric's finish width. So on this one, we said 40 inches. So this guy, I'm going to cut at 39 inches.
Okay, and this is a gauze type fabric.
Right, this is our Embrace double gauze.
Okay.
And it's just a lightweight 100% cotton. So we take that square, I'm going to put it inside all the edges. Just tuck it inside nice and neat. And then I'm going to come along and pin it. Okay, and I pin it right along this edge, the cut edge. And then I come back and I pin it again. And the reason I do this is because it'll hold it all in check again. So it's not going to let that fabric move. Then we come back and we zigzag right along the raw edge all the way around.
Okay, So everybody, this is the part that threw me when I first started working with this, with the fabric, with the Shannon fabric. It's not a finished edge, you just zigzag, and that's it, and it doesn't fray.
Yeah, no reason to turn it under or to deal with any of that 1/4 inch seams. Nope, just zigzag it down, it'll be totally fine, it will never fray. Yeah, and once you've stitched all the way around, take out your pins, you're good to go.
So this fabric, I have to tell you, was less problematic than other plushes that I've used. It didn't seem to shed so much, but it does have a personality.
It does indeed.
Okay, and so you have a great tip for that.
Yeah, so the thing that you need to do with the cuddle fabrics to keep all that, the cuddle dust, as we like to call it, in check.
Fairy dust.
Yes, it's confetti.
Right.
For your party in the sewing room. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut it out. Cut all of your strips together. Be very gentle with it. Don't move it around too much. Then take all the stuff that you cut and take it and put it in your dryer with a wet washcloth. Let it tumble around for about 10 minutes. All of that dust will come off. It ends up in your lint trap, and it's easy to sew with from there on out.
Okay, and so you would be doing it with the plushy fabric, not the gauzy fabric.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
And so then here is this one. This is bigger yet.
That's our new cupcake pattern.
Oh, it's so cute.
So it's a
Upside down.
larger self-binding blanket is all that is.
Little cats. And then, okay, so here is a kit. What do I get if I buy the kit? And are all the kits a little different?
The kits, we have different fabric combos. We have 4 different kits that come like this. This one actually has enough to make the blanket, the swaddle, and a lovey. Yeah. It's a perfect gift.
I love it. And I'll tell you something right now. Next baby shower I'm going to, you know what you're getting, because truly, it doesn't take any time. And the kids and babies love it. And don't be surprised if you make it for an upcoming baby that you might have to do it for mama too.